This is of course 100% accurate. I'm always hiding, waiting for good Terraria info to get revealed. Like this graveyard video from Relogic's Loki that he shared on Discord from his ongoing single-player test run of 1.4 for mobile devices. And don't think that news and trivia leaks out only once a month from the state of the game. Oh no, there's lots of good stuff put out there in response to your excellent prodding and poking and probing, usually on the Discord server. As usual, it was Relogic employees Loki and Lineforce who provided some additional insights into the ongoing development of Terraria, as well as some good old-fashioned Terraria trivia. So let's get to it. Peaceful Conk writes, Loki, would texture packs be easily accessible in mobile 1.4? Loki's answer, things like mods and texture packs run into first-party rules, I'm afraid, so I would not expect that to be a thing at first, but I'm sure we will see what can be done. I think even just a curated collection of mods and texture packs would be incredible. Maybe you could call it the Criterion collection of Terraria mods, something like that. Tiny Rick writes, Lineforce, do you think 1.4.1 will drop before or after mobile drops 1.4? Lineforce's answer was, I don't know. Neither has a set release date. Grim with Death Sickle writes, Loki, what is most problematic thing with 1.4 on mobile? Like worst bugs or things like that. Loki responded with, problematic? I don't know if that is the right term. Things left to do, big ticket stuff. Lots of new user interface and control stuff, so iterations there remain, and optimizations, lots of optimizations. Next, Lineforce discussed some pirate spotting that was discovered ultimately after a lot of tinkering and a confession. Lineforce explained in response to some commentary from Eater of Ligaments, he wrote, there was a forum user reporting a bug that turned out to be only in pirated builds. We didn't know this, and we spent months trying to find out what caused the bug. We only found out because he told me the truth, that his build was pirated when I pressed him for info, knowing he might have been banned from the forums if he admitted it. But because he told me, we ended up finding out the bug was not in vanilla builds, and we could stop looking for it. So he did us a huge favor by being honest, and I bought him a real copy as thanks. Rather gracious. And some more trivia about 1.4 development. Lineforce explained, you know, back in 2018, I made mock-ups for the Bestiary before we even decided to do a Bestiary, so I could show Redigit and Senex and convince them to do one. So these are some interesting images, right? Obviously it's kind of a pre-alpha. They may have gone with a completely different coder to put the actual interface in place, but you know, a good idea is a good idea, so hats off Lineforce. I think you were on to something. Geo the Meiku Gamer writes, Loki, have beaten bees on mobile yet, or is it difficult? Loki's answer, my main review, Test World, is a 5/16/2020. I just made the bees to show off seeds and random world name generator. He is, of course, referencing the bee-themed special seed that was shown off in this month's State of the Game post. If you missed that, I'll include a link to it in the video description below. And kudos to anyone who can navigate through some of these crazy special seeds on any system really, but certainly if they're ultimately able to do it without a mouse and keyboard, pretty incredible, because these are some tough seeds. But moving along, Nokatsu writes, hey Lineforce, is there anything you would like to change before the development is fully closed, or something you don't like about it? The answer, I have a buttload of things I got permission to change for 1.4.1 rather. So yes, but you'll have to wait for 1.4.1 to see. So yeah, we'll just have to wait. Tiny Rick writes, I just don't understand why spreading the NPCs out makes sense. Some of them, especially like the party girl, when parties happen, how is everyone having a party from different places? Lineforce's answer, It was Redigit's game design philosophy that he'd rather see smaller settlements than one giant apartment complex, and then a barren world with no other bases. I have to say, having played 1.4 long enough to get cracking on some spread apart bases, I really like it. It does make the world feel less barren, and I have to say, having a cozy little cabin to pop into here and there is a very pleasant thing indeed. Peaceful Conk wrote, Loki, would mobile and PC be easily able to crossplay 1.4 because of how similar their coding is? Loki's answer, I would assume it would be like 1.3 was with older versions. Technically possible, but not supported. The day when we can officially support crossplay, you will know it. Remember, 1.4.1 is going to come along and break that again. He is of course referencing the 1.4.1 upcoming PC patch, which will put the PC game into a different build than the original 1.4 build. Hyper is staying optimistic, writes, Loki, does everything seem to run smoothly? Talking about the mobile version. Loki's answer was, optimizations have not really been done, so speaking to frames per second is a bit premature, but it has rarely bothered me on my phone, I'll say that. As with anything, PC is a great analog. Your performance will be device dependent, but DR Studios has given a ton of toggles, again like a PC game, that allow a wide array of devices to play the game, just not necessarily at all the same settings. Water writes, Loki, will mobile have Tmod loader? The answer, that is a question for the Tmod loader, folks. I would love to see it, but such a thing does not exist, nor is it ours to make. Loki then added, my dungeon spawned underneath a dead tree. 516 Seed is an odd bird by design though, and he shared this map image of his special seed that he's been playing on, so you can see what a difference these special seeds make. It's a heck of a path to get to the dungeon entrance, and it's a tougher seed obviously, so interesting stuff, right? Chonky Deleted writes, Line 4s, is it true that the only updates Terraria will keep receiving is bug fixes and other stuff? The answer, after the final additions from 1.4.1, yes. That's a sad moment, isn't it, when 1.4.1 drops? But then again, you never know what Relogic has up its sleeves for the next game. John DeBra writes, Line, if you were to give an estimated guess, when do you think 1.4 would be out on console? The answer, I don't have an estimated guess. If I did, people would take it as an official statement anyway. Similarly, Tesco's writes, how much longer will console take than mobile, roughly? And Loki answered this time with, way too early to answer that. Peaceful Conk was back yet again with a similar question also. So how's console 1.4 going? Loki answered again, I suspect you will hear more about console in the next state of the game. Until then, you will get nothing out of me. Very stubborn of Loki, but I get it. Lebrax writes, Line 4s, sell Terraria to Microsoft and welcome your Microsoft overlords. The answer to that, or the response I should say, was that would be up to Redigit. Indeed it would. Line 4s also threw this out there on Discord the other day. Oh hey, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Line 4s. I guess it's a belated birthday at this point, but I hope it was a good one. In response to a lot of chit-chat about further development, Line 4s also threw out there, I don't think we'll get to 1.4.2. Yeah, not much of a surprise there. Tommy the Greatest Thief writes, Line 4s, is there any more projects from Relogic soon? The answer, nothing I can share. Sorry. And then Line 4s threw in at the end of his chat, I feel bad for NRLP looking through all of the Line 4's questions, and instead of valuable Terraria spoilers, he just sees Q&A about my furniture and preference in food. Well, that's true enough. I obviously parse out the good stuff and spare you guys a lot of just the random chit-chat that's on Discord. Suffice it to say, Line 4's to his credit, is on for very long stretches at times, and the chat can kind of ramble on. But don't feel too sorry for me. I feel like I am getting a good number of, to put it in Line 4's language, valuable Terraria spoilers. So there's some good stuff mixed in with the rest of the kind of casual conversation. Anyway, that's all I could dig out for now. So if you've stayed this long into the video, thanks for watching. As you might imagine, I'm keeping my eyes open for any other spoilers and development commentary. As I said earlier in the video, it's not just the state of the game that has the information. You can find some nuggets of info here and there during the week. I'll try to catch it. Obviously, I'm going to miss some of it, but yeah, anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned to the channel, and thanks for watching.